Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of our Hannibal reaction. This is Rôti Live, and my name is Matt. Hello, how are you guys doing? So, last time on Hannibal, what happened? We had the girl that was so delusional. She had like some sort of a issue where she couldn't even see people's faces. She thought she was dead, so she didn't. I don't even think she even saw herself as killing people. Like, it was so fucked. But Will managed to connect with her and convince her that she was alive. We managed to quote unquote rescue her. And the thing is that Will has maybe has a brain tumor. Yeah, he has what was the condition? I completely forgot what the fuck the condition was. Can I find it? Like, if I go to my history. Okay, I'm looking at my encephalitis. There we go. Will has a degree of encephalitis. Anti-NMDA receptor encephalitis. That's what he has. So that explains what's wrong with Will, which is his brain. His brain is wrong. But Hannibal goes and says, "Hey, doctor, what if we don't tell him?" And then the doctor goes like, "That's a really good idea, actually." So they don't tell him. They lie to him. They go, "Yeah, everything's right." And then Hannibal kills the doctor. And he pins it on the girl. But the girl saw Hannibal, but she's not even able to recognize who that was. So I don't know if that's gonna come back or if it's gonna matter at all. Maybe it won't. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened last episode. I think that's like a quick summary. I think we're ready to move on into next episode. And by the way, we're getting really close to the end of the season. We have 3 more episodes, including this one. So yeah, as good as time as any to remind y'all that if you want to check the Patreon, there is early access reactions there, as well as full-length reactions. And yeah, that's pretty much it. With that said, let's begin. So, Hannibal, Season 1, Episode 11. Yes, 11. Let's go.
Be most susceptible to manipulation.
It's the asshole doctor again.
If only I had been more curious about the common mind.
I have no interest in understanding sheep. Only eating them.
It's interesting that he said, "I'm not interested in understanding sheep, only eating them." He's a psychiatrist. Oh yes, we're sweating in bed again. It's been 0 days since we've seen Will sweat in bed. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, Will's... Oh man, that's a lot of sweat. There we go. There we go. There it is. I was waiting for that. What's interesting is that the time is the same. It's 8:19. So it wasn't like a full dream.
You made me kill the nurse. Take responsibility for killing my wife and her family. The nurse is your fault.
I cannot accept responsibility for your actions, Abel.
Au contraire, it's why I'm suing you. You made me think I was somebody else. And now, who knows what I'm thinking.
I didn't think this would come back. Fucking Gideon and this guy. What the fuck was his name? Chill Bill? No, that's a movie with a girl with a katana. Chivnail, that's the dude from Doctor Who. What the fuck was his name? Chilton. That makes me think of Carlton from fucking Prince of Bel-Air. He's gonna kill them. Like, something's gonna happen. That's the only reason why we're seeing this. Swinging? Yay. I got it wrong. There we go.
So does Abel Gideon still believe that he's a Chesapeake Ripper?
Abel Gideon is having a difference of opinion about who he is.
What did he do with the fucking bodies? Holy shit. I was thinking, we haven't seen them yet, so...
If Gideon isn't Chesapeake Ripper, he's certainly trying to get his attention.
Next, you'd be accusing me of arranging his escape.
No one's making that accusation.
If we're tossing around the blame, Dr. Bloom, you would do your fair share. You planted the idea that I was unethically manipulating Gideon.
Well, according
Because
to
you
Gideon,
were.
you were.
Yes!
I was.
You thought I was manipulating him? He was manipulating you.
Oh my god, this guy.
He thinks he is. Or even if he's confused on that issue, he will kill again.
I hope he does not, for your sake. Cannot imagine how you would sleep with that on your shoulders.
Oh my fucking god, this guy.
Gideon escaped this morning after killing 3 people. He is armed and dangerous.
Will is sweating again.
You are extremely
Oh my god.
I don't know how to gauge who I am anymore. I don't feel like myself.
Hannibal,
Like
why don't we take him to a real doctor
gradually
and
becoming
have that thing with his brain be treated?
I just feel like somebody else.
I imagine Abel Gideon would want to find the Chesapeake Ripper to gauge who he is. You have me as your gauge.
You know, the Chesapeake Ripper. The thing about that is that it almost looks like he cares, but
I want a list of every therapist, every
oh,
doctor.
is he gonna go after them?
Professional that worked with or talked to Dr. Gideon.
That includes Alana.
They're gonna kill Gideon, aren't they?
I mean, probably.
Whatever happens to him,
It's not on her.
nothing to do with you.
I'm pinning it entirely on children. God damn it! Every time she stumbles on screen, I'm like, God fucking damn it! That's the worst ringtone too. Oh!
I read your article on Abel Gideon.
Here's the thing. That is clearly Gideon's voice. And it's like a very particular voice too. And Freddie Lowndes has talked to Gideon. Like,
You wrote in your Tatler archive that the Chesapeake River once removed a man's tongue as a bookmark for his Bible. They call this the Columbian necktie.
is it still moving? There's something off with his hand. Button? Oh.
Yes, Freddie Lowndes.
Yeah. Wait, this is the place with the arm.
It's like remembering something from your childhood. And you're not sure if it's your memory or a friend's memory. And then you realize sadly it's just some photo in an old book. One thing we know about your writing, he is an avid fan.
He is.
Dr. Carson Nunn. He's the psychiatric attending at Western General.
Faithfully reproduced, except for one.
The missing arm.
What's different about Carson? Why amputate his...
It's a clue.
He's telling us where to catch him.
Oh, wow.
Actually, he's telling you.
Me.
The arm.
Where's the last place you saw a severed arm, Jack?
The Chesapeake Ripper is helping them catch him. That's wild. We're wilding into here.
And in this instance, I would like to see
I mean, I wouldn't mind if it died.
You're not the Chesapeake Ripper.
Got inside my mind, Frederick.
I mean, at this point, it's... Yeah? Uh-huh. Freddie Lowndes keeps being involved in these fucked up situations. And I don't know if she cares at all. Oh, man. This is like that scene in JoJo's. Look at Chocolata over here.
You gotta keep things in perspective. You gotta keep yourself in perspective.
Myself is a little hazy at the moment.
You gotta start taking better care of yourself. You just gotta let go.
It's easy for Jack Crawford to say. His brain is not fucking exploding. Gideon is gonna be here with Will. Like, they're gonna rush into the building, and it's just going to be the dude and Freddie Lowndes. Will can barely distinguish reality anymore.
Gideon's gone. He's still alive.
I need medical in here now!
Is Will in his car? Yeah. Will's right
I
there.
was expecting the Chesapeake Ripper. Or are you he?
Turn around and look at me.
Wow, this fucking scene.
You look ill.
Drive.
What do you mean drive?
Who is your doctor?
What do you mean drive? Oh, you brought into the Chesapeake Reaper without fucking knowing.
He's real.
Oh my god.
What do you see, Will?
Garrett, come on.
Of course he does.
You see?
I'm not even sure what's real anymore. That's
I don't see
good.
anyone.
Oh, he's right there.
There's no one there, Will. Garrett Jacob
Yeah.
Hobbs is dead. You killed him. You watched him die.
What's happening to me?
Well, I want you to handle it.
Oh, I'm worried. Is he having a seizure? Oh my god.
Are you the man who claimed to be the Chesapeake Ripper?
Why do you say claimed?
Because you're not. You know you're not, and you don't know much
Oh
more
my
about who
god.
you are beyond
This
that.
fucking scene is fucking fire. I wonder.
Terrible thing. Alana Bloom was one of your psychiatrists, too. Is that right?
Yes, Dr. Bloom.
Don't you fucking dare.
I can tell you where to find her.
Don't you fucking dare! Oh, okay. Moving on. I'm trying to figure out whether or not Hannibal is trying to have some kind of long con plan, or if he literally just like, go kill Anna Bloom because he's in the middle of my relationship with the sweaty man.
I was with Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
You were alone, Will. Must gaslight sweaty man.
I'm worried about Alana.
Hmm.
No. Well, you're in no state to go anywhere but the hospital. I'll call Jack. Tell him where you are.
You left the gun there. I mean, Will's still gonna do something. Yep. He didn't even leave.
It's really hard to remember who I was when I wasn't him.
Now that you met him, you know it's...
Who are you now?
Now I'm you. It's hard to be with another person when you can't get out of your own head. I wonder if then you would finally understand what you've become.
He's gonna ice him. Now, what I'm wondering is if what happened was actually... Yeah, he iced him. Okay. And now he's just gonna pass out right there.
Even with a temperature of 105 degrees, Will was able to bring Gideon down. I told you he'll be fine.
Can we take a brain scan? Can we do that, please? What if this is not even real? Like every scene with this lady is not even real.
What does he present you with?
The opportunity for friendship.
He is still your patient, Hannibal. Sometimes all we can do is watch.
I don't know how I feel about that advice, but sure. All right, very interesting episode. So we got the return of Gideon and the Dazzle Doctor, whatever his name was. But yeah, so we got the return of Gideon, which like I didn't think it would happen, and I didn't think we needed it. But it was actually really good. So I really enjoyed it. So episode starts and we get to see that well, we know Will is losing himself, but we have the asshole doctor, Chill something. I'll never remember. Right? Chill. It's not Chill Bill. It's not Chip Nail. It's Chilton, maybe. Whatever. So the thing is that Hannibal is hanging out with him, and I like that Hannibal is and him are just like completely open about it. It's like Hannibal is like, I know exactly what happened, and Chilton's kind of like accepting it because it's like the only person that like. Hannibal's like the only person that goes like, yeah, okay, you know, like totally, I'm down with that, because he did mention, you know, I'm much more accepting of the unconventional. That's what he said last time, or something along those lines. But then we see that so there's going to be a trial with Gideon and Chilton, where Gideon is going to be like, I'm suing you because you like fuck my brain up and made me think that I was someone else. To watch fucking Chilton is like, no man, I didn't. I didn't do that. Nah man. Which is like, God, that character sucks, doesn't it? That doctor just sucks. And Hannibal is like, yeah, deny everything. He's like, yeah, exactly. And then fucking Will and Alana come into his fucking office and he's like, it's your fault. It's not mine. I didn't do nothing. I don't know how you are able to sleep at night knowing that he murdered all those people because of you. And it's like, it almost makes me think, well, it's not actually the same thing, but it almost makes you think to fucking Huey in Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't know if any of you play Metal Gear Solid 5. Minor spoilers. But, like, there's this character called Huey who's like, he's the worst. He's just the biggest piece of shit ever. Like, he was like a cast member in the previous game, and then essentially he betrayed everyone, killed a bunch of people as a result, and he ended up winning, like, he essentially defected to the bad people's side. And then you retrieve him and he's like, nah, man, I didn't do nothing. I'm working for you now. I can do shit for you. Hey, look, I'm doing stuff for you. I'm on your side. I've always been in your side. Look at me. Look, that guy, he was the traitor. You're all traitors, Snake. You suck. I didn't do nothing. And it's like, it's a character that is like completely in denial of the fact that they suck. Like he sucks and he does everything wrong, and like all the blame of the world falls on him, and yet he keeps denying it, not because he wants to get away in a sense of like oh, I'll be safe, but almost in a way that he's denying it from himself too. Like, he doesn't want to admit that he fucked up multiple times due to cowardice or ambition or whatever. So then that's kind of what this character feels like a little bit. It's like Chilton over here feels like someone that will be in complete denial, either because he's trying to save himself or because he's trying to run away from the reality of the things that he causes, you know? And that's what I'm trying to... That's where I'll look into the more we see this character. Whether or not it's going to be a character that, like, is going to be another Huey, or is it just going to be an asshole? I mean, Huey's an asshole, but he's like a specific brand of asshole, you know? So I want to see what happens with that character. Childo, what the fuck? In what direction he wants to go? Either direction is bad, by the way. This guy sucks, but like, I'm interested if it's gonna be another Huey, because man, having a Huey in your story is kind of good because it's a character you can just freely hate. It's a character that it's just like so pure that you can just be like, oh, okay, I hate you. Like, I don't have to feel bad about this. I can just be like, fuck you, and I'm just out of here, you know. Anyway, it's not as exaggerated as Huey, I'll give you that. But okay, so moving on with the plot. Gideon gets away, assassinates a couple people, starts fucking pulling out their organs, messing up with their brains, and then he starts going after psychiatrists that treated him and pulling their tongues out. But he's actually searching for the Chesapeake Ripper because he wants to meet with the Chesapeake Ripper so that the Chesapeake Ripper can confirm whether or not he is or isn't the Chesapeake Ripper. Because Gideon is having a crisis where he just doesn't fully know who he is, and the same goes for Will. We'll get to that in a second. But Gideon is like, I have been convinced. It was drilled into my brain, you're the Ripper, you did all of these things. So at some point, the human brain is like, all right, fuck it, I guess I am then. Fuck it, whatever, I'm gonna kill that nurse, I'm gonna kill all these people, fuck it, you know? But the thing is that, like, a part of you, which is the rational part, and the part that kind of remembers the way things are, is the part that is like, no, that guy's lying, that guy's full of shit, it's his fault, which it's true, but you can fuck with the human brain enough, you know, until that does happen, until it kind of just goes crazy and it goes like, you know what, fuck it, I guess we are the Chesapeake Ripper or whatever. Like, I like the psychology of the show, I really do. And this comes from someone that is not a psychologist or has never studied psychology. But I feel like it would have been one of the careers I would have been really interested in taking if I hadn't dropped out of high school and decided to make shitty videos for my life. But I feel like it's one of those areas where I really, really like it. Less so in the medical aspect of it, even though it would be useful, but more so on the I want to understand aspect of it. Like, I feel like I spend a lot of time trying to understand people and myself, and it's something I really like. And I like the way the show goes with it because you can see it, you can see it and you can understand it. And you can be like, oh yeah, sure, totally. Like some aspects of it, like for example, Will's magical ability to use Moody Blues and rewind time to see exactly how things played out. That's a little bit on the more on the fantasy side, but something like the way they treat I don't think it would be considered mental illness. What they did to fucking Gideon here, it could be. I don't know. I don't know specific terms, but the way the human mind and brain works, and how much you can fuck with it, and what the repercussions could be. And the answer is like anything, really. Like you can do anything to it, and anything could happen, because like the human brain is a fucking wonder. Honestly, like it can do some crazy shit on its own, but also you can make it do some crazy shit. And like he talked about memories a little bit, and memories are really fun to think about because whenever you're thinking of an event, you're not actually recalling the original event. You're recalling the last time that you thought about that event. Which means that your memory is like a game of telephone. That's what it is. So if you're thinking about something, you're not thinking of the original time you thought about it. You're thinking about the last time you thought about it. So that means that memories get shaped over time into something specific. And if you didn't get all the details right, but you convince yourself that you got the details right, then you got the details right. Even though they're not right, like you're convinced that it was 5 when in reality it was 3, but you told yourself it was a 3. I think it was 3 or 5, and then next time you were like, yeah, I think it was 5, and the next time you're like, it was 5, and then it just turned into 5 when in reality it was 3. Shit like that. That's like a really small example, but that's kind of how memories work. And so you can theoretically bully someone's brain into believing into something that isn't real. Because that's kind of how things work. And I like the character of Gideon here because like in the previous episode, the previous time we saw him, right? You didn't get to see him a lot of it. Like you got to see him, but you didn't get a lot of him as a character to shine on the spotlight. This episode you did, and I liked him because he seemed like he was like really aware, which is ironic because he wasn't aware of who he was. Kind of, but despite that, he felt like someone that knew what he was doing. Like he was planning things. He was really smart, and he had all these things of like, okay, I will do this, and then I will do that, and I will do that, kind of thing. So like, I really like that aspect of his character because it really works with what his drama is, which is I literally don't know what the fuck is going on with my head, and I don't know who I am, And it goes really well to have that contrast of like, I'm someone who understands a lot of things and someone who's very proficient at a lot of things. I don't know what the fuck is going up here. I need to understand that, I really like that. Anyway, so that is mirroring with Will's issue. Well, Will's issue the entire show, but in this episode it was more clear than most, which is Will feels like he's losing himself. And this is not a new development. This has been going on for 11 episodes. But thing is that you see that he feels like he's losing his own shape. He feels like he's becoming liquid. He's formless in a way. He's washing away with the shore. We saw the totem pole again. That was cool. I liked the totem pole. So and he just has a really hard time just knowing who the fuck he is. And there was a moment where he found Gideon, but he didn't even see Gideon. He saw Gary Jacob Hobbs talking to him. And then he just went to Hannibal, gun pointed at Gideon, being like, hey, tell me if he's real. And Hannibal, gaslighter, massive asshole that okay, no, listen, I just remembered something. I saw another really good meme the other day, and I just lost it. It was like my favorite meme is so like the entire week. It was really good, and I was like, I gotta show you guys. So I like saved it too. So give me a second. I'll find it. I'll save it, and I'll show it on stream. Not on stream, on recording. Here it is. Yeah, see it? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Oh, that really got me. That really got me. Can I give... I don't think I can give credit to this meme because I don't know who the fuck made it. Okay. Let me see if I can find who made it, actually. I like to give people credit when credit is due because that's a fucking funny ass meme, dude. I literally just lost it. So I saw it on the Tumblr page, Spoon Crisis Glove. Spoon-Crisis-Glove.tumblr.com. I'm not sure if they're the person who made it, but that's the person who posted it. And that's where I saw it. So yeah, there we go. That's the credit for the meme. Dude, I swear to fucking God, when I saw this, I just lost it. I just started fucking crying. It was so good. Because it's the ending part. The ending part is what got me. It was... Okay, sure. Anyway, shoutouts to... Which one was it? Spoon Crisis Club? Yeah. Shoutouts to Spoon-Crisis Club for at least posting that. Yeah, okay. So, moving on. Hannibal gaslights the sweaty man, and he goes, "There's no one here. You killed Garrett Jacob Hobbs. He's not here anymore," which is not untrue, but he's saying that there's nobody because he wants to talk to Gideon. Will just straight up has a seizure. I think it was a seizure, a mild seizure or something. So then he goes and tells Gideon, "I know where Alana Bloom is. I can tell you where to find her." And fucking Gideon is like, all right, sure. The thing is that it was very clear that Hannibal was the Chesapeake Reaper. It was very clear that that's who it was. And here's the thing. Hannibal is manipulating. And when he said, "I know where to find Dr. Bloom," and then he told Will, "Hey, I'm going out." And then Will is like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm going to meet with Alana because I'm worried about her. Because apparently Gideon escaped and he's going after the psychiatrist that treated him. So I'm gonna go look for her because I'm worried about her," which put to worry in Will. So then Will goes after Alana, which was part of Hannibal's plan because Hannibal was like, "I'm going." Then he walked away. And then Will grabbed his gun and he himself walked away. And then Hannibal came back like, "Fucking idiot. Totally got him, you know?" Will goes to Alana's place and finds Gideon stalking the house. They have a conversation. Will says Garrett Jacob Hobbs, saying exact the kind of thing that you would expect Garrett Jacob Hobbs in the mind of Will to say. You know? Just like... What is the exact thing that he said before he killed him? I wonder if then you would finally understand what you have become. You know? So, the thing is that this is all part of Hannibal's plan. Because the thing is that I was thinking, is Hannibal trying to get Alana killed because she's getting in the way of his sweaty man? But no, it's not as direct as that. What he's trying to do is to turn Will into more of a killer. Will has killed Garrett Jacob Hobbs before. Has he killed anyone since then? I don't think he has. I don't think he's killed anyone since Garrett Jacob Hobbs. He shot against the string guy. Hannibal killed him, but Will tried to shoot him. Did he try to shoot anyone else? I don't think so. But since Garrett Jacob Hobbs, he's the person who killed, and that's what keeps haunting Will. Now he's killed Gideon. So here's the thing. Hannibal's starting to start a murder family with Will and Abigail. So what Hannibal wanted Will to do is to go and kill Gideon. That's why he sent Gideon there. That's why he sent Will there. And then he's like, all right, I know exactly how this is going to play out. I'm moving my chess pieces and Will's going to go kill him. So then Will be closer to understanding me because I'm a killer and I'm trying to turn Will into one. That's literally what it's coming down to at the end of the day. Because here's the thing. Will is like so fucked that it's crazy to me that Hannibal is not like, you know what? Maybe we should take another brain scan and see what's up. Maybe the previous doctor didn't do it well enough. And then you go and then you see it and it's like, oh man, your brain is fucked, The thing is that Hannibal wants Will to be like that. Because when he's like that, he can understand Hannibal better. And also, he's more susceptible to manipulation because that way, Hannibal can manipulate him to do shit like this, where he's going to kill someone else. Given he killed Gideon, essentially protecting Alana because he didn't kill him right away. He killed him after Gideon said, maybe I should kill her. Well, more specifically, he killed him after he said, I wonder if you would finally understand what you've become as a Garrett Jacob Hobbs. Then Will kills him because in a way he's kind of shooting his own like nightmare version of Garrett Jacob Hobbs he keeps seeing, which is not going to help because now he just added another body to the count. Now he's killed Gideon as well. So I'm assuming we're just going to start seeing Gideon now too. Like not only Garrett Jacob Hobbs, we're going to keep seeing Gideon as well, just coming back as a ghost to haunt Will. So yeah, there we go. That's all according to Keikaku for Hannibal. Hannibal was like, all right, I got Sweaty Man to go and commit another murder. That's cool. That's kind of cool. It'll be better. We have more chances of being friends now. Oh, yo, I have a theory that I feel like is real at this point. So we see another scene with Hannibal talking to her, to his therapist. This lady. I wonder what the fuck her... Someone told me her name. I forgot about it. I'm sorry. But this lady, the psychiatrist lady, the blonde, at the end of the episode, for a moment I had the thought, what if this is not real? And I actually think it's more likely for this to not be real than for it to be real. I feel like Hannibal is having a therapy session in his own mind with the memory of the doctor, of the therapy that he used to go to. And maybe Hannibal is the one that attacked her or whatever and forced her to retire, also known as I ate her, and she is not real. Every time we see her, she's not real. She's just Hannibal thinking about why would she say in this moment? Because Hannibal is so good at knowing other people, So he is having therapy sessions inside his mind, imagining, okay, this is my question. She would reply this to me. This is what I say. She would say this to me, That's what is happening. And the reason why I'm thinking about that is because, and I don't think this is the case. This is a new development, but this is something I just noticed like in this episode. And it's the fact that the light in this this entire scene, like the sunlight coming off the windows and shit, it looks like it's too much light. It looks like it's like a little bit of bloom effect, a little bit of a light, too much light coming off of, like, projecting on top of things that shouldn't have that much light. But everything else doesn't have it, But when the sunlight comes in, it's like a blur of light on top of things. And it's a weird effect that you use when you're having like a flashback section, where you're having a dream sequence, or whenever you're having something that is not real. That is like an effect that you do in direction, where it's like, okay, it's gonna look like this because it's not real. It's like a little bit hazy. It's like lights. It's kind of like a little bit of a blur. Okay, and I think the light looks like that. So I'm thinking that she's not real. I'm actually thinking it's more likely for her to not be real than for her to be real. Because realistically, so Hannibal hasn't told her about the fact that he's a killer, at least not that we can see. But he has made allusions to it. He hasn't been open about it, but he has made allusions to it. Hannibal wouldn't risk that, I don't think. So I think that she's not real, mostly because of that. Okay. What else did we talk about? I thought it was kind of funny how Hannibal helped Jack Crawford find the fucking find Gideon by killing someone else with the same tongue out, the Colombian necktie, whatever he called it, you know, and then removing one arm, because by removing the arm, it tells you where he is, because he knew he would be there, and also because, you know, Hannibal is so good, he understands people so well, that he just knew he would be there because he understands his invitation, and his invitation tells him to be at the place where he severed the arm for Jack Crawford. Then he severed another arm for Jack Crawford, so Jack Crawford goes like, oh, that's where he is. So it's funny that he helped them find it, you know. Next thing to talk about, oh yeah, when Gideon is fucking removing the organs of Dr. Chillbill, whatever, that was like the most JoJo thing. Well, no, the most JoJo thing is Will's ability to go backwards in time and replay the past. But it's really JoJo. It's a reference to two moments in JoJo. When someone is like awake and they're removing their organs. It's just it's fucked. It's fucked. And I'm looking at Chillbill and I'm like, you should pass out. Like, if not because of the pain, but because of the shock of seeing what's happening, you would pass out. And then fucking Gideon is like, no, stay awake. Hello, pay attention to me. I need you. So yeah, that's fucked. Fucking Freddy Lounge was there the entire time. I don't know if she's gonna care. I don't know if she cared. For all we know, she didn't. Like that one dude that got fucking iced in front of her. You know, he got headshot in the first episode. She showed up, and like the second one, and I was like, "Oh God, that will teach her humility or whatever." And no, it didn't. So I think that this is not gonna mean anything to Freddy Lounge either. Like, I want her to get traumatized. I want her to get traumatized and stop being such an asshole, and that hasn't happened yet. Anyway, it was very shocking just seeing someone just take your organs out while you're wide awake. And you're being forced to watch. Okay. Anything else I want to talk about, though? I mean, Will's a state of mind. The entire time, I'm just like, can we go for another great brain scan? You know? And fucking Jack Crawford is like, we got the shit. And I'm like, can you schedule him for a brain scan? Which is like one of the top things you would do the moment that you see how delusional he is. You know? Like, you would have to do that. And I understand the idea of like, we already had one. The result didn't show nothing. Hannibal says it's psychological. It's like, well, fucking do another one then. You know? Like, I feel like someone like Will, you look at him and you go like, okay, let's do another brain scan. You know? I feel like he's an extreme case where you gotta be like, all right, let's get another doctor's opinion. Let's check that out and see what happened. Now, the problem is that what would happen, what I'm guessing would happen in the show world, is that Will would be like, oh yeah, I'm being scheduled for another brain scan. And Hannibal was like, okay, another brain scan, huh? Interesting. With who? Do you know the name of the doctor? I'm curious. And Will is like, oh yeah, it's this person. And then Hannibal is like, okay, interesting. And then he would go into that person's home that night and either murder them or to threaten him. And yeah, that's pretty much what would happen. So that would reduce Hannibal to a suspect, but somehow you'll find some way of like interfering with the results. And I'm guessing they would tell Hannibal, because they tell Hannibal fucking everything. So here we are. Okay. Okay, let's let's try and think about this final conversation Hannibal has with his psychiatrist, therapist, whatever. Because again, I wasn't paying that much attention. I was thinking about the fact that she wasn't real. So he's saying, I see myself in Will, because he realized early on that he saw things differently and felt things about things differently, like Hannibal. And he goes, I see myself in Will. Do you see yourself in this madness? Madness can be a medicine from the modern world. You take it in moderation. It's beneficial. You overdose and it can have unfortunate side effects. Side effects can be a temporary, they can be a boost to our psychological immune systems to help fight the existential crisis of normal life. Will Graham does not present you with problems from normal life. No, it doesn't. What does it present you with? An opportunity for friendship? I think that's what it said. Yeah. He's still your patient. Yeah, and then they talk about being your patient and whether or not you should just step aside and just watch or actually do something about it. And fucking her is telling Hannibal, fucking stand there and watch instead of doing something, which I don't necessarily agree with. So yeah, anyway. Because like that's also the thing about her, it's that she seems to be pretty heartless. So, I mean, not necessarily heartless, but she doesn't display much emotion. And I understand her job is to just be there and be logical, be rational, not necessarily be super empathetic, you know? But I feel like she's either A, not real and a figment of Hannibal's mind, or B, she's another serial killer. Something like that, you know? That's what I'm thinking. But okay. Oh yeah, they did talk about her like killing some dude, right? I think so. I don't remember. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode of Hannibal. I think that was a good discussion. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Alright everyone, thank you for watching this reaction episode of Hannibal. If you would like to catch next episode's reaction, you can do so over at the Patreon. We have early access episodes, we also have full length. So if you want to check that out, check the link in the description for that, social media, everything else, and I see you guys next time, okay? Bye bye, take care.